Hey, what's up guys, Max here, and this is my 2,500 subscribers setup video. I've actually never done a setup video before, so this has actually been long awaited by a lot of you guys. I'm gonna say up front, I don't have the best setup in the world, but on the budget I'm on, because I'm not like super rich or anything, I definitely do like it, and it definitely gets the job done, which is all I can ask for really. So since I've never done a setup video before, I'm actually gonna do like a sort of a room setup, and I'm going to show you guys everything in my room really first, and then I'm going to go on to the gaming stuff and the actual setup part. And I know 2,500 subscribers is a really weird number to do it like a milestone video for. Not that 2,500 subscribers isn't a milestone, it's definitely a milestone, but it's sort of like a weird number if you know what I'm saying. And the reason I'm doing 2,500 subscribers is because PewDiePie's first ever setup video was at 2,500 subscribers, and I'll be playing a little box on the screen right now showing you guys that video. It won't have any audio though, and I'm doing it for 2,500 subscribers because of that video. Not that I'm thinking I'm PewDiePie or anything like that, or not that I'm thinking I'm going to get huge like him one day, not at all like that, but it's just kind of cool to look back on and just see how much he's actually grown. I think that's absolutely amazing. You can just see like how young he looks right there. I think the video was posted in 2011, and in the video he says that he could barely afford his apartment and now he's making millions off of YouTube, which is absolutely insane. And I like to look back on the videos sometimes because it just gives me so much motivation to see like where he started and his setup back then, and now his setup now is absolutely crazy looking. So the video really gives me motivation, and so that's why I'm doing the video for 2,500 subscribers. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy the video, and now we're gonna get into the setup. Okay guys, so like I just said, we're going to do a whole like room tour instead of just the setup. So really quick, I'm just gonna do a circle and then we're gonna start at my dresser. Okay, so this is my dresser. There's nothing too fancy here. It's honestly just a dresser. Got some pictures on the mirror there or whatever. Got some just random shit, a bunch of wristbands. Got some clothes hanging on the hangers on both sides, some ties, blah blah blah. Nothing too fancy, it's just a dresser. Over here, this is actually brand new. I just moved my room around before making this video, and this is going to be my new spot where I have like one-on-one conversations with you guys, such as Q&As and stuff like that, instead of just sitting in front of my setup with my webcam. So this is where I'm gonna start doing that, and I actually want to have you guys start sending in fan art. I don't know if that's something you guys want to do or not, but like this, for example, my friend Chase made at my school, and I was thinking if you guys sent in your fan art, we could have it like all over this wall, and I think that'd be really cool, and you guys could just see it in the background when I do those one-on-one videos. But on the wall here, we've got just this little thing that a friend made me at school just because I'm Max Knives or whatever. It's supposed to be a knife. It looks more like a sword, but yeah. This is like a little pistol magnum thing. Reminds me of Cynical just because it's a magnum. And then over here we have my knife, which Marcus got me, or Mr. Wade Blade as you guys know him, and he got me that for my 18th birthday or whatever when we went to go get Advanced Warfare at midnight. Over here we have my bed, nothing too fancy, it's just a bed, blah blah blah. Got my clock right there, an Assassin's Creed poster right there, and a dream catcher. Up top above we have a ton of boxes and shit, and that's all of my stuff that I have on my setup. Right there, that's a LAN switch. We actually have my old Turtle Beaches that were MW3 limited editions. I actually used to use that mic for commentaries if you guys didn't know, and if you go back in some of my really old videos before I got my Blue Yeti, that's actually what I used for commentaries. Right there behind all that stuff, that is my monitor. It's a BenQ, which is actually what they use for MLG events. I just got that for Christmas this year, and so that's really awesome. That is my capture card. It's an HD PVR2. I've always liked Hop Hog more than Elgato's, but this PVR has been dying out on me lately, so I might actually get an Elgato soon, but Hop Hog has always been really reliable, and this PVR has lasted me over 2 years, so I don't know what I'm gonna get for my next capture card, but it's most likely probably gonna be an Elgato. Right there is my Blue Yeti box, my Xbox One box, my Astros, my router that I showed you guys in one of my videos. This thing is honestly insanely good. It is an amazing router. It's like one of the best gaming routers money can buy, but unfortunately, because no internet provider can reach us, it's pretty much useless. Right there's my Dazzle, which is my old capture card before I got the PVR. And then behind that is my 360 box, Xbox One box, I think I already said that. And then my Astro tag box or whatever, because my custom Max Knives tags came in that. Over here we have the poster wall, which some of you guys have seen in the background of some of my videos. A lot of these posters were actually got at midnight releases. That one was got at the Ghost release, that one was got at the Black Ops 2 release. We got Black Ops Zombies right there, the Advanced Warfare midnight release poster, and then the MW3 poster. Below that, we've got just where I keep my shoes, and then my heater. You guys know that gaming with cold hands is absolutely horrible, and living in Washington where I live, it's constantly raining here, meaning it's constantly cold here, so I have have a heater in my room just for that. On my door, we've got some coats and stuff. To the right of the door, we have a little bulletin board, which is, this is like a memory bulletin board almost. Like, all this stuff is like memories, basically. We've got a ton of, let me see if I can focus the camera here. All these right here are movie tickets. Look how old some of these are. This one right here, I can't get it to focus, but it says it's from 2011. Some of these are really old. This one's from 2011, and they go in date in order. And then this one is from, what does it say? This one's from September 2014. So this one's like the oldest, that one's the newest. So that's kind of cool. I just kind of have them for memories. And just a bunch of other tickets and stuff. I'm not going to go into detail on what those are. Up top we have my calendar, and of course you guys can see that there was no video yesterday from when you guys are watching this, but I'm making this today on Thursday and you guys will be watching it tomorrow, which is Friday, so you guys will be watching it Friday. And there was no video yesterday, which sucks, but I was just busy and couldn't get a video done for you guys. Over on the right you can see just Saturdays are Alien Isolation, Sundays are top 5s, and then I usually figure out what commentaries and stuff I'm gonna do on the week for that. Spring break actually starts for me on April 20th, which is gonna be really nice because I think the Obey RC is going to come out either this week or this week, so that'll be really nice to have spring break during the RC. But anyways, to the right we have a bookshelf. There's a bunch of football stuff up top because I used to be a football fan. I'm not that much of a football fan anymore. I live in Washington, so of course we got that Seahawks stuff. These are some of my high school football stuff like that. This one was from 2009, so that's a really old football. And then below the football stuff we've got a ton of Mountain Dews. This is like my Mountain Dew collection right here. Like, look how old this can is right here. This is an MW3 Double XP can. That was from my freshman year 4 years ago. And then these are like some more MW3 stuff, Advanced Warfare cans, etc. And I just like to keep these for just a collection, basically. They're just cool to have, I guess. Call me a nerd all you want, but I think they're cool. And then above the bookshelf we have all my hats up there. I know I have a lot of hats. And then if you guys didn't know, I was actually one of the homecoming princes this year for my high school. I don't know how many other schools do this the same way, but basically there's 5 princes chosen and then 5 princesses chosen. And then the king and the queen are decided at coronation. I don't know how many other schools do that, but that's how our school does it. The theme was masquerade, so I've got my masquerade nameplate right there, 2014. That was homecoming this year. And then we've got the names of me and my date on there. We've got the little coronation invitation or whatever. I kept that just because I was super happy to be on homecoming court. There's the homecoming picture. I'm gonna see if I can focus this camera. All right, there it goes. You can see me right there in the top left, and then the king and queen in the middle, and then just everyone else. I played football when I was a kid. That explains all the football stuff right there on the shelf. I played 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade year, and then I stopped because I sucked. I was only playing it really to lose weight. As you can see, I was kind of chubby right there, and I just like lost weight over the years. This is actually really cool right here. If you guys know Tyrese from The Walking Dead, I actually met him at Comic-Con. That's me and my buddy Lucas with Tyrese from The Walking Dead. Over here we've got my booty poster, because let's be honest, booty is life. And then below that we've got my little Comic-Con little thing that I wore around my neck that got me into the place. And now below all this is the moment you've all been waiting for, the setup. Okay, so this is my setup. As of April 2nd, 2015, this is my setup. So right here we have my TV, which is what I used to play on before I got the BenQ monitor. It used to be over there where the BenQ monitor is, but I moved it over here, and now I can usually watch movies and TV on there when I'm sleeping or whatever, or taking a nap, because you guys know I do a lot of that. And then this is my 360, which I usually watch movies on because it's connected with inputs to that, and then HDMI to my PVR. We've got my glasses right here, which I rarely wear, but on occasion I do need them. Controller to the TV, controller to the 360, and then the Turtle Beaches, of course, which is a really shitty pair. I think they were like $20. And don't even tell me about cable management. I know it's bad. And then over here, we've got my keyboard and stuff, my computer, which is a laptop, which isn't that great. I'm gonna show you guys the specifications right now because I know a lot of you guys like that. All right, so these are my specifications. You guys can pause it real quick if you want to look at it, and okay, you're done. I'm not a huge computer person, so I don't really know anything about specifications, but for you guys that wanted to, that was that right there. So this is my setup. I have another Acer monitor right here that connects to my laptop. If you guys don't know what dual monitors are, they basically enhance work performance a lot. I think it's scientifically proven that each other monitor that you have attached to your computer increases work speed by like 50% or something like that. But basically what it is it's attached. You guys can see my mouse right there, right? And you can go over, blah, 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 and it's over on this screen. You can drag programs and stuff back to back, screen to screen, and basically it just makes work a lot easier. Look, I even tweeted out a few minutes ago, I said filming my setup video now, say hi. Bunch of you guys replied, hi, hi, hi. Blaze says Max Knives sets up, hashtag expose, so I'll trust, and I'll keep scrolling so you guys can see yourself in the video. Pretty cool, right? And over here is my HD PVR. As you guys can see, that's my PVR, hooks up to everything. Right here is my Astro cord for the computer. I use it for talking on Skype, and I also use it for just listening to music and stuff like that. You guys can see just sticky notes right here for reminders. I still have my this face sticker came with the Jev Apparel, and I don't really know what to do with it, so I just have it right there. Behind the monitors, we have my super good Netgear router that I told you guys was a bunch of money, but of course I can't really use it. It is being used for my home internet, but my home internet is really shitty because it's satellite. It can only be used for like streaming movies and stuff like that. It can't be used for gaming because there's like a 6-second delay or something like that. So that really sucks, but I do have that router. Coming back to the setup over here, we have my BenQ gaming monitor. This is actually the official monitor that they use at like gaming events like MLG and stuff like that. It's actually a really nice monitor, and the response time on it is actually insane. I definitely suggest any of you guys looking to get a monitor to definitely get this one. It is a bit bigger than other monitors, but it's definitely beautiful and awesome. Up top, and it's actually really bright. We've got like fucking Jesus outside. Alright, we close the blinds, and this is my Logitech webcam. My friend Chris let me borrow it, and I actually don't know the model or anything on it. I know that it's not the best. It only records in 720, not 1080, but it definitely gets the job done, and it's awesome. By the way, thanks Chris for letting me borrow it. Over here, we have my light that I use sometimes when I need a little bit more lighting. You can see it right there. It's just a normal lamp. I'm gonna turn on the monitor right now. Okay, so that's on, the PVR's on, and it's like ready to record right there on my computer screen. As you can see, I'm not connected to the internet, and for those of you who don't know, I actually play off of a hotspot, so I'm gonna show you guys how that's done right now. I basically go to my phone, turn it on. Alright, sorry it's all blurry, I just tried to fix it, but it won't focus in. But anyways, I go to my personal hotspot, and then I turn it on. And now, so the personal hotspot is on. I set that on top of my Xbox, and then on the screen right here, I go over to connecting, set up wireless network. Oh, the network cable's connected. Because my home internet doesn't have a problem streaming or anything like that, I usually use it to watch Netflix and stuff like that, so that's why that's there. And then I go over to the AT&T. Gonna enter in my password now. And so it's checking connection. And there it goes. Of course, it is good and I can play on it, but some Xbox Live service isn't available, but that's okay because I can still play on it. That's probably just the NAT type, I think. But anyways, it is connected to Xbox Live now, and that's off of my fucking hotspot. And that's how I actually play. All my videos are done via that right there. Below that whole setup over here, we have my actual games. You can see the Xbox One games right there, and the rest are 360. Over to the left, we have my movies. I don't have a whole lot of movies because I usually watch stuff on Netflix. Got a trash can, just, yeah, that's under my desk. Coming back up top, we've got the Xbox One right there. We've got my limited edition Advanced Warfare case. Right there is my controller charger station. This whole stand right here is for my Blue Yeti. This is what I use to record my voice in my videos with the pop filter. The reason I have it on this stand is because I think it's a lot easier to get it closer to my face without it being like in the way, really. I think it's better having it on this than just having it in front of my TV on that stand. This is what you guys usually see the Blue Yeti on, but I don't have it on that. I have it on here. Right here we've got a Gamma cup. You guys all know Gamma, G Fuel. And then right here is my G Fuel drawer. We've got 4 tubs right here and one of the old shaker cups and just a bunch of other crap that the box comes with. The second drawer right here is just the stand is actually going into that little slot right there and coming down into here. It's right here though. This is like a pole and that's just going up into that. And then we've got some Mountain Dew right there, and yeah. And then when I'm recording for a video, this can actually move, if you guys didn't know, and I actually move this and pull this forward and then just put it back. Alright, so I just moved this down like that so you guys can see this, and now I'm going to show you basically what my point of view is when I'm making videos. So I sit down in my chair, and this is basically my view. You got the butts right there, you got the game capture right there with my webcam going, and then of course we've got my Blue Yeti right here in front of me. And so that's how I record videos, if you guys didn't know. Just about done with the setup. We've got my Astros right here, Astro A40s Xbox One edition. I actually kind of wish I would have gotten the other A40s that actually have the mix amp, because this mix amp is only for Xbox One and you can't use it for anything else, and it would have been nice if I would have gotten the other mix amp, because then I could actually use it for 360 and I would only need that other Xbox One adapter for this. But they are still really nice and I do enjoy them. And of course I've got those custom Max Knives tags on there that I think are really cool, and I'm glad I got them. Of course, you guys know the Max Knives journal from my Q&A if you watch that video. Basically I write all my ideas and stuff in here. You can actually see my original logo design in here. Originally the logo was supposed to be like 2 tomahawks, but then I decided, hey, actually I could probably make some kind of M out of this, and so that's how I got the Max Knives logo right there. Of course you can see some other designs in there I was working on as well, and then of course there's just a ton of other just stuff in here, ideas. Pens and stuff like that right there, random crap. We've got my gumball machine and some pictures right there, and then my skateboard right there. I actually don't skate that much, all I can do is really ride that thing. I can't do any tricks or anything like that. And yeah, we've got my bags, and that basically concludes the setup. This is my chair, if you guys were wondering what my chair looks like. It's actually my grandfather's. Nothing too special about it. It is really comfortable, which is nice, but I'm looking to get a DX Racer sometime in the future. They're super expensive, so it probably won't be for a while because I really want to get a computer first. I'm saving up to build my own computer. I want to save up about $2 grand and then build my own computer. So guys, that concludes my 2,500 subscribers setup video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I've actually been looking forward to making this video for a while now. Real quick, I'd just like to say thank you so much for 2,500 subscribers. It's honestly astonishing. I actually have this little pinned tweet on my Twitter that shows like what all my stats were at the beginning of this year, 2015. I posted it December 31st of 2014, and my subscribers were at 1,400. It was 1,412 subscribers. We are at the first week of April right now, and I have gained over 1,000 subscribers since then. That is absolutely insane, guys. In just 3 months, you've given me over 1,000 subscribers gained, and I cannot thank you guys enough for it. Like this shirt right here, this Max Knives shirt with my logo on it, would not exist if it wasn't for you guys supporting me, so I want to thank you so much for that. If you guys had any questions on anything that you guys saw in the background that I didn't get to, please leave it in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, I actually respond to every single comment in the comment section. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Please smack that like button if you did. I hope you guys can get over 100 likes on this video, and I know you will because I know you guys have been waiting a long time for this video. Anyways, guys, thanks again for all the support. It honestly means more than the world to me. And yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. This has been Max. Peace.